Hello, thank you for joining me today again on MacFix stuff. I wanted to start this channel as kind of a New Year thing. Like, people go to the gym, did different things for the New Year. I decided to have a look at fixing watches because I was watching. Sorry, let's move things a little bit. I was, watching this YouTube channel about wristwatch revival, which is a person fixing watches. And I thought I wanted to have a look inside those watches. So yeah, I went to Yahoo Auction, Japanese auction website. Just found a bunch of auctions for a large amount of watches, but very small bids on these. And turned out I got I managed to get quite a few watches, and today I received the last batch. And for all those batches, actually, there's a ton of watches that are not really even worth mentioning. And I thought maybe, like, before going through anything, let's have a look at some of the bags of watches I received. So I'm going to move this a little bit. I mean, the kind of thing that I received that arrived in the mail. You can see, for example, this watch, it's written quartz on it. I mean, water resistant, stainless steel, whatever. I mean, it's fairly standard. It's very light. And I'm not sure it's even worth looking inside. The belt is a bit, yeah, not so great. I mean, it's really genuine leather, but yeah, who knows what it is exactly. This feels very cheap. It's built like something that would turn. So let's get the right tool for it. That is actually very small, so you need to get it smaller yet. Yeah, and oh, actually this was maybe opened by someone already. So it opens very easily. And yeah, very standard Chinese quartz movement. It's very small. Yeah, the battery. Let's have a look under the microscope actually. Battery is SR626SW. I think I already saw a bunch of 626SW already. So yeah, not really worth mentioning or anything. This is probably one of the cheapest thing you can see. Easy to fix. Is it worth it? I don't know. Probably not. So yeah. So this kind of sets tend to be very cheap for a reason. And you can see I have a lot more in there. But sometimes, actually quite often, there will be at least one good watch in there. This is a Seiko watch. So Seiko is probably not same kind of cheap Chinese movement that we just saw. But yeah, it's written sport. I'm not sure if it's really sporty or anything. It's a bit dirty. This could definitely use a clean. Let's have a look inside just to be sure this is not worth looking into. And yeah, I mean, this is slightly better than the earlier Chinese thing, but the battery is actually a Seiko battery. Microscope. Seiko SR920SW. That's a new one. And you can see the movement itself. There are some gears and things. So it's closer than an actual. I mean, it's closer to an actual movement than those Chinese things. But yeah. Is it worth fixing? Probably not. So I'm saying I'm going to do like a rejection box or something with all the bad watches. Or maybe some can be used for the bracelet. I'm not sure. Is it worth it? I'll have a look, but yeah. This one, no, it looks so cheap. Bathing ape. I had more than enough apes with crypto. I'm not sure it's. I mean, well, that's unusual. There's a thing. Okay, it's moving. That's one thing. But why is there a plastic thing in there? Oh, no, actually, it's walking. So yeah, one thing when you see this moving like that, like the second hand moves once a second, you know it's going to be quartz movement, because mechanical movements will do like about 3 ticks a second or maybe more. So will be seeing the second hand move much more smoothly. But yeah, this is like the minute hand is also moving a little bit. That's not great. Maybe I'll put this back. That's probably just to stop the watch from actually moving, because that's stop. I'm just going to put this back. This is actually a bit more difficult than I expected with gloves, but yeah, that's not great. Next, Seiko quartz. I mean, it looks nice, sure, but yeah. Next, Seiko quartz, water resist. Casio, sorry, Casio. So yeah, Casio quartz. I mean, it's still better than a typical Chinese stuff, but next. That's starting to be a little bit more complex. Seiko 10 bar, whatever, it's very likely quartz too, because yeah, buttons and stuff. Typically those water resist, blah 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 blah. You know it's a Seiko. Yeah, you cannot wind it or anything, so yeah, definitely going to be electric thing. So yeah, modern watches are not that great. Okay, next, let's look at this. USA. It's a USA. Okay, I'm guessing this is a battery this takes. Someone already looked into it, right down the battery, and didn't get around to get the battery. Yeah. Next. Oh, look at this. Seiko Automatic 21 joules. So this is not electronic watch. This is in a very bad shape. The crown is missing, and we can actually see what's going on in there. So this looks not bad, but the crown is missing, so I don't know but how it's going to be inside. It doesn't look. Let's try to see if it moves. Yeah, it's not moving, unfortunately. Oh yes, it is moving. So yeah, this movement is doing okay. Let's have a look a little bit after. There's still a few watches in there. Citizen. Yeah, automatic. So this one might actually be automatic watch. So it's. Let's try to. Yeah, it's doing a weird sound. It's not doing the sound it's supposed to do when I move it. But this might be interesting too. And there's still one watch in there. Seiko quartz. Yeah, so this is not the good one. This is empty. I'm going to put the watches back. So this set is mostly uninteresting, except for one, maybe 2 watches. So if we have a look at this, we have Citizen. This one might be. It's not really reacting. I'm not sure what. Oh, there's something falling. Okay, the crown has fallen from this watch. That's not great either. So if I have a look under the microscope for this crown, yeah, it looks like the stem is still inside, which is not great. Yep. I'm not sure what that reads. But yeah, this looks... it's a Citizen automatic. So typically for watches, automatic means that it's going to be like this one, like you have something in the back that will move and charge, get energy from the movement of your arm. So the watch can move, except this one is not moving at all. Yeah, we don't really see what's going on inside. I'm guessing it's not great. But we have something that might be interesting right here. So yeah, those two watches, I'm going to keep them. I'm going to put that in a bag. And this will be the subject of a future video. The other ones, I'm not going to bother. I'm maybe going to do a new set and sell it back on Yahoo auction or whatever. Unless anyone is interested into some very cheap, stupid watches. I mean, stupid, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, not very interesting watches anyway. Okay, next. Next one actually I bought somehow alone. Oh yeah, that one is not an automatic watch, it's electric one. But I was curious to see what it is about actually, because yeah, look at this. This is a Casio data bank. It has an actual keyboard thing, telememo and schedule. So I'm not sure exactly how that works. Probably if you look on Google, it might not be so rare, I don't know. But I mean, it looked cool. Let's have a look closer. Oh, not following you. Yeah. What it says: Casio stainless steel back, Korea. Yeah, it's probably not that interesting. Let me focus on this. Casio data bank, shift, secret. And you cannot write secret on a watch and not expect me to be interesting into it. Adjust mode, telememo schedule, and you have an actual keyboard, A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this works. So I'm guessing this is probably just a matter of, you know, battery replacement and things like that. Yeah, this belt is okay. It's very cheap, very light. But I mean, this not really interesting for the insides. Or I mean, I don't know, but it's more for me as a IT guy. I couldn't just look at this and not click on it. And I got it for very cheap anyway, so who knows? I mean, I'm going to look into it eventually. I'll put it back into the little pouch it came in. That might be a video, that might not be a video. I will just look into it, probably just as a battery replacement issue. On the next set, so this is a little bit bigger, but that's still not very interesting. But yeah, when you buy a bunch of watches, often they will come in this kind of set. Okay, let's have a look. This looks very boring. I mean, this is very light, you know, when you hold it. This is dark. Yeah, trade, sports, whatever. This is probably a kind of e-watch or something, and this is just a screen, so who cares? A small watch, Seiko. Yeah, I mean, this looks okay. It's definitely a battery thing, and it's very small. But I'm guessing like someone could use it after a battery replacement. I don't know. Seiko, quartz, like so many one of those. It's small and the focus doesn't want to focus. But yeah, this is definitely not interesting. Swiss. Water resist, blah 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 blah. But yeah, typically, you know, if it's not written jewels on it or automatic or anything like that, it's not going to be interesting. This is so light, you don't even need to worry about it. Another Seiko. Quartz, okay. And yeah, I mean, a lot of women watches here. There's a bunch of stuff written in here, but I'm guessing it's very likely a Chinese chips thing or whatever. I mean, okay, this set is not. I like this, but it's kind of interesting. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, this is just going to go back in the bag because it's not any of the mechanical movements I want to play with. Oh, and by the way, I saw one comment on a video, like earlier videos, is why am I fixing junk? And I mean, that's a very good question, and there's a very good reason for it. Is when you fix mechanical watches, it's very likely that whatever you try to fix first is not going to be fixed, but it's going to get worse. So it's probably better to just start with some junk and learn from junk rather than trying to fix expensive watches and break these, because I mean, it's a kind of skill that you either go through a proper school and learn, and maybe you get better at it, or you just do this as a hobby, break stuff, and learn from it. This is the one actually that kind of caught my eye, but it's very, very, very light, so I'm guessing that's going to be our usual. I'm not sure if there's a name for those movements. Right here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I mean, actually, it's a little bit better than the usual thing. I don't know. Microscope. Yeah, that's a Japanese movement, actually. Miyota Ko and Adjust, Japan. With a Sony SH620, no, 626 SW. Okay. So yeah, many of those watches have the same kind of batteries, but yeah. Anyway, this is not the usual very cheap Chinese movement. It's a Japanese one. It's still a very cheap one, I guess. But yeah, I mean, on the auction picture, this looked nice. So I thought, well, yeah, why not? I'm not sure it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's definitely not, but at least it can be probably very easily fixed. Yeah, whatever. Quartz. Okay, this is in a very, very bad state. This is also USA. This actually moves. Solar battery. Okay, so if I give it enough light, maybe it's going to start moving. But Yeah. Okay, this whole batch is dead, I guess. Quartz. Yeah. Too bad. That's very much too bad. I'm going to not look too much into all of this, but yeah, one reason I'm looking into this now is just so I can, you know, be done with the first look, filter. There might be interesting things in those batches, there might not be. Either way, these are very, very cheap. And I'm guessing maybe if I can, I don't know, replace batteries or do stuff like this, it might help increase the value. I don't know. I'm not sure if I should care. Oh, and last but not least, I've got this box also, which came in the mail. It's kind of big. This is the side it opens. The box contains another box, which, as you probably guess, contains a watch, which was very nicely packaged. So it's a Seiko 25, 6, no, 23 jewels. The glass is a little bit dirty, despite the packaging being very nice. It looks like this belt actually got what happened to it. That's weird. I'm not sure how you get this on a belt of a watch. It's how do you? That's weird. Yeah, I'm not sure this watch is the original occupant of this box either. But point is, I've got a box, I've got a watch. Maybe that's something that can be fixed. It's automatic movement. So this one also probably has some nice promises. Okay, box. So yeah, I'm not sure what it's worth, but yeah, I mean, let's at least have a look, I think. And yeah, this is maybe not much. Where did I put the interesting stuff? Yeah. So yeah, I'm going at least to have a look into this data bank thing to know what kind of battery goes inside. This way, next time I'll be able to find maybe a battery for it. So this comes actually with 4 screws. As you can see, those are Phillips standard screws. So I'm going to get my electronics kits, because this is not watchmaking driver you want for this, but the good old iFixit. So yeah, I'm going to probably the one I used last time should do. Let's use that actually, just so you know. I mean, the watch is not probably worth less than the cushion it's now resting on. But at least it will feel like I'm doing something good. I mean, properly. I don't know. Okay, this screw a little bit. Yeah, the screws are very much not in a good state. There's a lot of corrosion on this. Come back here, you. I wanted to put this under the microscope. I'm going to do it with tweezers here. So yeah, you can see the screw is dirty. So yeah, this will probably need some like, I don't have anything for it, but we should get something to get rid of the rust. Okay. Yeah, it's already, oh, and this is popping up just by itself. And this is a battery that is the first time I see. Let's get rid of that too. Actually, there's a couple of things in there. Oh yeah, there's a whole lot of corrosion around it, and I'm not sure what this is. Not a hair, but very similar. Okay, I'm guessing this moves up. No. Oh, it's usual. Okay, so this is the time for the watchmaker's driver. I can just do this, and here we are. It's a Panasonic CR1818. It's a 3-volt battery. That's a lot of volt for just a small watch like this. Panasonic CR1616 actually. Sorry, I guess. Yeah, I'm not so good at reading these kind of things. So that's what we need to get for this little thing here. So yeah, I'm going to keep that in mind and get this. In the meantime, let's not close this yet. Need to put this back in. Yeah. Then I can put this back in. Okay, it's good. And I'm going to put back the screws. All the screws are the same, so it's probably fine. Okay. Oh, come on. Here we are. Okay. So yeah, I'm just curious to see how this watch works and what I mean how it's being used, because this keyboard actually leaves me perplexed. So I'm just curious. So I'm going to try to find the right kind of battery. CR1616 3-volt, and I'll try to see if it leaves. Just make it work, because I mean, hey, nowadays we have like Apple Watches and stuff like this where we can actually talk to the watch to write stuff. I don't know how painful it's going to be to write something on this watch, but you know, I'm curious and I like this kind of stuff, so I'm just going to look into it. So that's about it for this one. Oh, and yeah, I wanted also to mention I've got a bunch of other watches. If you saw the first video I published, you probably think that okay, sorry, let me put this back in the little box. Yeah, so the first video was about DT, Disney Time movement, and it was only the movement. Actually, I have it right here. So as you can see, this is a very nice movement. I put it back in the plastic thing, but I mean, it's probably not qualified as nice, but it's an old one. Let's have a look here. Under the microscope, you see it says DT731, and this was a cooperation between Seiko and Disney. And I tried to look into it, and I found actually some people had the okay. Okay, so some people actually had the watch itself. I found one like this one, and you can see it says Disney Time. This is the original watch. I found some information online. Those are the original hands. This one you can run it. It's kind of make a little sound, and I think the feels like the movement is has some movement inside. I mean, it's not secure. Let's go this under the microscopes too. So yeah, it's not in the best shape. You can see, but it's I mean, it's there. So I was wondering maybe I can fix it, fix this one I found online with maybe parts from the movement I've had earlier which actually moves, or the other way around. And I actually found another one of these. Where is it? Let's put this back in here anyway. Nope. So yeah, the Disney time movement anyway is not like anything like it's just a fairly standard movement. You can see there's only like jewels on the balance wheel, like the other ones right there, like this they're not jewels, they're just metal. So it's metal on metal. It's not the best. It's far from the best, but still it has some historical significance. So I thought, hey, I might look a little bit more into it. I found this one too. It's a Mickey Disney time watch. This one has blue hands, so I'm not sure about all the colors and everything, but actually this one works. You can see the hand moves if I want to give it a wind. So that's quite interesting. Let's put this on the microscope too. And yeah, they are very old, but they actually look fairly nice. And yeah, I was wondering maybe I can get something out of these, like manage to get to something that works. This one's dial also is very good compared to the other one. Like not a scratch, not anything. So I think that's a good candidate to fix when I'm a little bit more confident with my skills. And I've got a few versions of this one. Yeah, you can see read 7 jewels, which is not that much, but at least it's not 0. And yeah, those are from the 60s and are still working fairly fine. So I'm guessing that could be an interesting project, something to do from, you know, I'm in Japan, I have access to this kind of watches from the different auction websites and so on. Maybe that's something interesting to do here. So that's the 3 Disney time movement. The first one I got, which was very, very cheap. Those ones were less cheap, obviously, but still not the price of a working watch. So I'm guessing it could be interesting. And I also had another extra in the lot. Minnie Mouse watch with hands that are actually hands. I found it kind of funny. I'm not sure this one is from Japan or where it is from. It's actually moving. Now let's have a look on the microscope too. So as you can see, Minnie Mouse, hands, thing that moves. If I look on the back, anti-magnetic, steel back, water resistant, blah blah blah. This doesn't really tell us much about where this was made or what kind of movement it is and so on. So yeah, I wanted to look into this one. So hey, let's have a look. Where is my here it is. Because it moves, but I mean there's a lot of people doing fake Disney products too. So I want to be sure I'm dealing with a real thing. Okay, this opens fairly easily actually. Come here. Oh, it's not opening anymore. Yeah, some of the friction ball Actually, it's not opening at all. What's wrong with this? Maybe it's not a rotating thing, but just a friction. I know it's starting to come out, I think. That's weird. Okay, here it is. Yeah, I'm not sure. So yeah, this gets around properly. There's nothing preventing this from leaving its enclosure. Let's have a look at the microscope. There's something written right here. Swiss made and adjusted one joule. Let's have a closer look into this. Yep. Let me fix this for you. So yeah, you can see the balance wheel, you can see the hairspring, we can see under it the escape wheel. I don't see the fork. Roscoe SA. And yeah, this looks okay. It's actually making a very nice sound. I can hear it from here. But yeah, I don't see much interest into it. I mean, it looks like it's working, so maybe I could just clean it up, make sure it's okay. This is a very long spring. The spring is typically called the click, but I haven't seen something that long for a while. The jewel also is red. It's a like red reds. I don't. Typically they are a little bit more transparent. Let's have a closer look further. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't even have a cap or anything to protect it, and it doesn't even have something to protect the jewel from shocks and other kind of similar issues. You can see there's a number behind it, 998. You can see some details of it. Oh, I think I see the... Oh, okay, that's an original fork. It's not a fork with diamonds like we often see in these kind of watches. It's kind of a pivot. I'm not sure exactly how it works. But yeah, I'm guessing this is the balance fork that we usually get, and that's probably why it's making this sound I can hear. Typically, watches are much more quiet. I'm guessing we will probably want to look into this Roscoe SA. Swiss made. One jewel unadjusted. Yeah, I don't know about this movement, where it's coming from or what's the background of it. I mean, it's looking okay. It's just very, like, probably trying to save cost by using less jewels and maybe trying to be easier to make. Yeah, those wheels are very, very, like, typically you would have less clearance between wheels. So yeah, this is called the winding works, by the way. You've got the barrel under this wheel, very likely. But yeah, this is working. Once you close this, you don't have much information about who's made this watch or whatever. There was like a gasket that didn't look in very good shape. Where is it? And yeah, it's a Minnie Mouse watch. It's a little bit fun because typically when you have like Disney products, you would see some kind of like Walt Disney approved, whatever, like some text about it. We can have a very close look at Minnie. Yeah, Minnie Mouse, but there's no text, there's nothing, no indication of like a Walt Disney official product or anything. So yeah, I don't know where this comes from, but now that we know it's a company called Roscoe SA that made the movement in Switzerland, maybe we can learn more about it. Because yeah, if you looked at the Disney time movements, let's put this under microscope as is. Like you see Seiko Japan, the Disney time movement 2, DTM. I'm not sure we can have much more information about it. But on the back, it's written with this name, copyright, Walt Disney Productions, and so on. Actually, I'm a bit curious if this actually has the same DT7, I mean the same movement as this. So let's have a quick look before closing this, because this should actually open fairly easily. And I'm guessing it was open more than once, because this is not very clean. I'm not sure how this one opened actually. Let's try first to... Yeah, this doesn't move at all. So I'm guessing it's just a matter of trying to... Oh, here it goes. And yes, DT731. That's the right one. It's kind of floating around. I'm guessing maybe those old watches were like really cheaply made. Where is my... Here it is. Yeah, this is... well, actually, let's have a look under the microscope too. Maybe a little bit more distance. So yeah, we can see the winding works. You can see here we have the right kind of very snugly matched stuff. Okay, when I turn this is not actually... Okay, this is turned in this direction. But nothing happens. It feels like it's trying to move. Oh yeah, it wants to move, but yeah, it's probably just in need of some cleaning, I guess. Oh, actually, here we go. Yeah, not too much. So yeah, this one probably needs some cleaning, or maybe there's something inside somewhere that's not good for it. I mean, this is just metal on metal, which is not the best. But yeah, this DT731, I already have one working. So even if something is bad in it, I can probably just take pieces, like find parts to fix that. This crown is a little bit dirty, but I guess that can't be helped. I can press this to get the crown out. That's good. Save 375. I think it was the same number. Yes, 375. So yeah, that's the exact same movement. So yeah, I've got here one movement that's not working. I've got the movement from my first video that is working on, that I cleaned up completely. And yeah, that's a fairly good thing, I believe. I'm going to be closing this back. We have here, we can see the location of where this needs to go. It's a bit weird, but here we go. So yeah, this can probably be fixed. Yeah, you see it's moving. Oh, okay, the minute hand was also moving quite a lot. Yeah, I'm not sure. This probably needs, anyway, some fixing. And I'm guessing most part I can get parts from this and get it to work. This one is doing okay. Like you can see, it's still working fine. So maybe I can get a couple of Disney time watches that works well. That would be a very interesting thing to get. I mean, it's always good to see something working anyway. So that's it for this Seiko Disney time. So those are Japanese. And this one is clearly from Switzerland. Yeah, I like the sound it makes. I'm pretty sure it's not our usual movement. It's kind of loud, but yeah. Let's have a look at how it's licensed and so on too, so we can know when it's from. But it's probably less old, I guess. And that should be about it for today. Let me check. Yeah, I think we're good. So yeah, next videos will be probably about those. Not this one, but the Disney time set. So trying to clean this and make it work nicely. And by the way, you probably saw that I've changed a little bit my setup. So now I've got one camera right here, another camera right here. This is a Belgian thing to put the watches on top. So I can put something here and it looks nice, and I can avoid like scratching or doing something bad to the watch. I also got this tool finally that arrived. This is actually very useful to get out the hands from the watch. I probably saw in my previous video how I was kind of having issues with that. So you just put this on top of the hands, you catch the hands, and when you press further, you see it pushes against what's around the hands. And yeah, it's a tool to, I mean, it's written right here, hand remover for wristwatches. So this is the official tool to remove hands. So if you have hands, you can get rid of these. I'll keep it for now inside its box because yeah, that was actually quite expensive for what it is, but I'm guessing, I mean, you don't want to take too much risks with the hands. I also got the small tool we see used in wristwatch revival videos to close back the barrel. This one is a very Chinese one. I got like for less than $2 on Amazon, and I actually found the exact same one from Belgium, which turns out to be like, I haven't opened it yet, but it's stuck. stuck. It shouldn't have to be stuck. Okay, I'm guessing. Oh, that's not great. But yeah, this is the exact. Yeah, it can be used interchangeably. It's a bit of a tight fit, so yeah, I'm guessing this needs to go here and this here. But yeah, it's exactly the same thing, except the Berger one is sticky, which actually is not great. And I'm going to put it back into its. Oh, yeah, it's very sticky. And it comes also with outil à fermer les barilets. Yeah, it's written in French because I mean it's a Swiss company. Up. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get this right easily. Here we go. Yeah. So yeah, I mean it was not very expensive from Berger either, so why not? It's probably like maybe make a difference, maybe make no difference. I thought, and it makes actually very much no difference at all. This is the exact same thing, except this one has maybe a little bit more play. And but yeah, I mean it's not going to make much of a difference when you close a barrel, because you just put the barrel, you press on it, and you're done. So yeah, if only it wasn't sticky like that, because this is a little bit of a disappointment, frankly. Yeah, I can probably get rid of the sticky part with some alcohol or I don't know, something. And yeah, I'm guessing that should be about it. So new tools, new cameras, multiple angles, switching from the different angles so you can get the best view possible. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm hoping that I can get some cleaning done. Oh, and yes, I still have this project under the bell. So this is Furbo. I'm not sure if it's like, okay, come on. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be much to. I mean, it's going to be a pain to fix, I guess. But this was very cheap, and I don't think it's worth much because I mean, even the like hand that was blue, it was not blued by heating, but just with some coloring, which tells me it's not that great of a movement, but it's still looking nice because I like this energy, power reserve indicator. It's very nice. Plus, it's automatic. I mean, it's a watch for people who like the way watch works, I think. I don't know, but yeah, here it is. I'll try to fix it, and we'll see what it gets to. But yeah, I'll try to get this done. I maybe need some more tools. Hopefully, like the oils and so on I ordered will be arriving eventually, and I can get this working. And same thing for this one. It's very dirty. Cleaning will require oils. So yeah, my main concern right now will be to get oils before I start working on anything mechanical. Oh, and yeah, I've got those very cheap, I believe, because actually I saw this being sold. There was an advertisement on Twitter, kind of a Japanese wish.com, selling this for like maybe 20 cents, something like that. So very, very cheap, and you know, you can put it on a finger if your finger is not too big. Yeah. But yeah, it's funny. I wonder, it's going to be a pain to open. Maybe I'll just open one. Which one should we open? Yeah, let's go with the one that's not looking so great. I'm not sure I'm getting this right. Point is, if I don't remove this, we're not going to see what's going on inside. Oh, come on. Let's try again. Yeah, there's no pushing, it's pulling from inside. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, where did it go? Who knows? Oh, yeah, it is. Do I need to remove both sides? Maybe not, but probably better. I think this is almost done. No, no. Yeah, this is a pain to handle because it's so small. And it doesn't want to come. I'll try again on this side. Okay, here we are. Okay, so we have the watch itself, and we have a back. The back looks like it's pressure fit. But let's try to, yeah, it's actually coming out very easily. And we have one battery. Let's check under the, here on the microscope, it's a 377 SSUO Japan STD. We can see the quartz. We can see a very small black blob. That would be an electric circuit. You know, kind of a chip or something. It's written Z618 Zhongchen. If we had any doubt this would be coming from China, now we know. We have a few, it looks like rivets, so I'm guessing this is not meant to be open. But yeah, point is we can replace the battery if we want. It's a very, very small battery. Oh, the whole thing's trying to come away. Okay, I remove the white plastic thing. And the battery came out too. So yeah. So yeah, not really anything interesting in there. I mean, that was very much bound to be Chinese made. We have the quartz right here, the electronics that probably divide the quartz by something. That's probably yeah, here we have the coil that will cause like a kind of a stepping action that will probably make this and a few, like this is plastic actually, and it will make the hands move. This actually has a second hand, minute hand, our hand, so it's kind of a little bit overkill for the size, I guess. Bapunjel, whatever that means. But yeah, I mean, probably someone maybe wore this or maybe don't wear it, I don't know, but here it is in all its beauty, I guess. So yeah, I wanted to have a look quickly into this. This is done. We know it's not really interesting, but yeah, I mean, it's small and the idea is very interesting, but watch on your finger, not your wrist. But yeah, that was bound to be cheap Chinese thing inside. I mean, they sell this for 20 cents, so you know. I'm wondering if the metal was might be worth more than the price of the thing. I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's about it for today. Probably going to continue to go through all those watches I've got here, and hopefully maybe filter out a lot of these. Because it's starting to be a little bit of a pain here. I'm not going to do any more auctioning, buying any for a while anyway, because I've got way too many things. And yeah, hopefully by the time I get oils, I'll be able to fix some of the mechanical watches I've got here. In the meantime, I will look into getting batteries for the data thing and so on, and fix the things I can fix. Thank you for watching this. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more content and see how I maybe get better at this or maybe not. Time will tell, I guess. And have a nice day or evening or whatever, depending on where you are looking at this. Goodbye.